Hello, good morning, evening, afternoon, or night, wherever you are. Hope you are doing amazing, having a beautiful, wonderful time. We are live for the Wired Direct 24 live stream. It is a very special time of the year when Wired announces new games, new DLCs, new pretty much everything. And I'm so excited for this. I'm very, very grateful to be one of the Wired's co-streamers for this event this year. And I hope you are also excited to see what they have in store. Ortiz, welcome back. What's up? Let me actually bring out the chat. This is what we want, isn't it? Yes, there we go. Okay. As soon as they're done, with the chat portion, I think I'll go into full screen because there's no need to be looking at the chat the entire time. But yeah, it's an exciting time, and judging by the quality of some of the games that I've played recently, like Tin Hearts, like Martha is Dead, like so many others, I think that this is gonna be great. I'm not sure if I missed anything. I don't think so. I think we're good. How are you doing? What's up? Are you excited for this? By the way, if you do go into Wired Chat on YouTube or Twitch or wherever, you have a chance to participate in a lot of giveaways that they'll be doing in the chat, I guess, from time to time. So keep an eye on that as well, and I'll let you know as soon as I see something. But yeah, 23 seconds and we're ready to go. I'm excited for this. I have my popcorn, I have my coffee, I have my juice. I think they have a lot of cool stuff planned, considering how big of a deal this actually is. There we go. Let me full screen. All right. I'm ready. Is the music? The music's actually not loud enough. I should increase it. I think this is good enough. In comparison to my voice, at least, I think this is fine, right? Ah. No, here we go.
Oh, we're live. Hey everyone, and welcome to the Wired Direct 2024 showcase. It's a yearly presentation where Wired and their development partners lift the lid on just some of the stuff they've been working on over the last year or so. We've got loads of gameplay reveals, world premieres, in-depth interviews with some of the developers, and just loads more. But one thing's for sure, it's chock full of stuff, and we want to just get straight into it. So we better get a move on.
This is Gory Cuddly Carnage.
If anything's too loud or too quiet, let me know.
In the beginning, there were cats. Innocent little animals, loved by all. But I guess shit changes.
Oh!
August 29th, 2020.
Oh, this game's getting a release date.
Good versus bad. Cat versus unicorn.
Jesus.
Out the opposite. Cat. Paint the town red with blood as you unleash devastating
The music, though.
and scream to cause maximum carnage. Explore levels, save the world, and look cute while you do it.
That looks dope. When's the release date? August 29th. Honestly, that looks so fun. Cuddly Carnage. I've seen
Well,
it before.
Holy fuck. I'm going to be singing that song in my sleep. Now, a little unknown fact. We tried to get Blink-182 to record a version of their hit song Furline This, but no dice.
Aw.
Anyway, Gory Cuddly Carnage is going to launch on August 29th on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and my favorite, Nintendo Switch. And you can pre-order right now on Xbox, PlayStation, and even
Why is
Smash
this?
Your Paws right
There we
now
go.
on Steam.
I know what you're thinking, and it's what kind of maniac would envision this type of game? Well, hey, good news, viewers, because we've got Angry Demon Studios joining us right now to give us a little look into their
Oh, no way.
frankly twisted minds. Well, the Angry Demon Studio maniacs responsible for that trailer that we just saw. Thanks for joining us all the way from Sweden, although with the internet.
The ultimate cat game.
Let's imagine that somebody has just stumbled into this trailer and they've got no idea what the hell they. I mean, I know the game and I was still like, oh my god. What kind of gameplay experience is a game like Gory offering to the folks at home?
Well, that is a very big question because it offers a lot of different types of just gameplay or just things.
Of course, it's
I
Sweden.
think we have like three major pillars to the game, which is combat, and that is something we spend a lot of time on getting really good. And then there are the cutscenes, and introductions and just making it feel cinematic.
Oh, it has like a story and
I
everything.
think I
That's
forgot
dope.
because I am the lead
Racing?
designer.
I don't.
Oh,
think
racing!
one-
Yeah,
one-
racing is one. Thank you. But yeah, so basically, there is
Oh.
racing, but the two things.
It's like a little Mario Kart.
The two things that are the main things of the game is basically like very smooth combat and just traversal on a hoverboard.
Yeah, short version. You're a cat on a hoverboard slicing unicorns.
And that's the thing that's supposed to feel good, and that's what the game offers. Thank you. game.
Unicorns are evil. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I got it.
Like, unicorns,
Game
according to their real
where
story,
it's
are evil.
Super easy and fun to have fun and play the game, and if you want to, you can get really good at it. But at the same time, you don't have to be super experienced with hack and slash or skating games. For
Yeah,
fun.
I'm not.
It's a very action-driven, fun, easy to play, cool game in which it's just adorable things happening.
Caroline actually hit something really important there. We did a playthrough with a charity like 2 years ago, and one of the people that played it had never played a hack and slash, and they just loved it. And they said like it's baby's first hack and slash because it
Aw.
was so easy to actually play it. You didn't actually have to know it, but you still had a lot of fun with it. But like the main thing that we've always been striving for is just fun.
Honestly, it looks so cute,
so
right?
There's, like, yeah, sure, the game takes skill and all of that, but the main factor that we always ask ourselves, like, is it fun? And if it's not fun, we'll just not have it in the game.
And
That's
we-
like the players' amount of fun is the most
Yeah.
important thing to us.
And we had experienced hack and slash players playing this game too, and they've had fun too.
Yeah.
And that's most.
I feel like the idea of it being fun is.
How do you
very
make it for
much on the
everyone?
surface with
Like, for
the-
both
the
experienced and
bombastic
not
and,
experienced players, you know?
And a cat as a main character. That's a very visually striking concept and a world. So, can you explain a little bit behind the inspiration of why a cat, why a unicorn, why a hoverboard?
Game for these folks are alive.
What made you?
I
decide
mean,
on these
So basically, we've been doing this scary, serious game for.
I'm probably
years and
older
really
than some
needed
of
an
them,
outlet to
if
do
not
something
all.
Fun to do something that we felt like this is a crazy idea. Let's put it in there.
Mm.
And so Gory, the basic idea of Gory was born, and a cat because we love cats.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love cats?
Everybody loves cats.
And we came up with the idea like
It's like a more cyberpunk
ultimate
stray
what would
on
that be
steroids.
that you can't get. Oh, that would be a unicorn, of course. Who doesn't want a unicorn as a pet? The perfect pet.
And then all of a sudden we had a cat also on a hoverboard because that was a really cool mechanic we had and we tested it. And now we have unicorn enemies, so it kind of just spiraled out of control there for a bit.
So we had fun with the idea. And
Like,
then
were
the
they
idea was
fully
from
sober
that
when
idea
they
that
were
it
coming
was-
up with this, or?
Is when we kind of like we were brainstorming how to spawn the enemies. In Devil May Cry, they are demons, so they just they kind of climb out of darkness from the ground. It's like they climb out of hell. That's really
It's
cool.
really cool.
It's like
I love her
what can we
shirt
do?
though. It's so
And
fun.
One of us had the idea that what if we do like gacha balls, from machines where you put like
Like
a coin in
corner.
it, and then you roll it and then it comes out. It's like, no, that's too crazy. And I was like, wait, I was still in the Absolve mode, and I was like, yeah, why the fuck not? Let's do that.
Yeah,
So
they're
we
Right.
just had this teleporter eggs, which is basically teleporting high-tech gacha.
So the answer in short really is Gory is just a game made with no restraint whatsoever, because the shackles of serious Norse mythology infused horror sometimes can get a bit much to bear, right?
Hell yeah.
That summarizes it very
well
well.
summarized.
I love how their studio is called Angry
I suppose
Demon.
The main question a lot of people would be asking when they see a game like this is, what's the plot? What would players be doing to sort of, I guess, guide them through their
Like if it has some story, I'm in.
Let's see here. What have we given away? Because I don't want to spoil anything today. But basically,
It's like, why are we
world,
chasing
as you know,
them?
have ended due to toys. We all knew it was going to happen sooner or later. Basically,
AI.
there's a company called Cool Toys, and they made this Ultra Pet, which is the ultimate pet toy. It's alive, but it doesn't do the normal organic stuff like peeing and pooing and dying and those annoying things that you have to
Dying.
clean up, after.
Annoying.
So they made this it's a replicant. So the inspiration was Blade Runner with the replicants. They're like fake people. So these are like fake pets. They started out doing pets that were similar to real pets, but they didn't sell very well. So they started doing these and these more like fantasy film, like the unicorn, and that was the big break. And it spread all over the world. And then bam, something happened that made them mutate and rebel against their human masters. And this is
Jesus.
basically where the universe takes off. We have these mutated toys that, in the apocalypse, and we have our hero and his friends, or our three heroes. It's Gory, the cat, Frank, the hoverboard, and then Chip, the kind of little bit sad. He's an AI and became sentient, and because of that,
That's not scary at all.
Sadness in one form or another. So that's kind of his thing. Well, Frank is maybe not as sentient because he's just happy about everything. He's one of them characters, and we get to follow their path through this kind of hilariously apocalyptic world, while also trying to save.
I kind of like
their
this, to be honest with you.
creator, Professor Y, which they assumed were dead, but she's not.
Hey, that's a nice little cliffhanger to end it on, to be completely honest. Angry Demon Studios, thank you very much for that comprehensive, although still frankly quite bizarre, into Gory, which we now know is just months away. Before we let
Imagine
you go,
your-
is there
your game
anywhere
not
you
even
would like
being
to
released,
send the people, where
and
they
it's
can
called
find you,
Bizarre.
all things Angry Demon Studio?
Oh yeah,
By your
for sure.
publisher.
Go to gory.wtf.
Oh god.
So gory. What the fuck? And you'll get all the info right there.
And you can find us on Discord, and when the game is released, please come join us.
And all links are, just as William said, available on gory.wtf.
I love that.
For all you fans out there.
Hey, thank you very much, guys.
It looks fun.
Well, I don't know about you, Jake.
I don't think I've ever played a game like
Fucking
this.
Awesome. Thank you, Angry Demon Gang. If you're feeling a bit of a curious cat and you can withstand the allergies, you can pre-order and wishlist on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox right now. Check
And
out
that's
the
how you do a
website.
release.
Head to
Everywhere.
WTF, what the fuck?
So that everyone can play it.
For all the details on everything that we've announced today.
Right, well, listen, I think it's about that time where we introduce who we are, why we're here, and a little bit about Wired. We've started with a bit of a cold open. To be completely honest, there's a lot of... we've hit our sort of quota for cat jokes, by the way, so don't worry about that. That was... I told you it was chock full of content, to be honest. in case you didn't know already, my name's Kulkowski, and this fine fellow.
I wonder
here
if this is
is
live
We've been
or
running,
pre-recorded.
the Wired Unplugged podcast over the last few years and working closely with Wired. They've been really, really good to us. And do you know what? Like, in case you don't know who Wired are and the Wired Direct, what it's all about, Wired are like truly independent publisher, which is quite a rare thing these days, to be completely honest. You might know them from some of their stuff like Martha is Dead, Close to the Sun, and then the Falconeer Chronicles, Bulwark. You might be a Bullockhead, depends. It's a bit of a civil war in how you pronounce that. There's Deliver Us the Moon and Shaq Fu, which maybe that isn't in the notes. That's a bit of an ad lib there, to be honest.
No, listen. I'll be honest. We met Shaq. We spent a day with Shaq, and what a flipping beast! What a specimen of a human.
I watched him on Hot Ones smash those wings, and I was like, oof, man.
Yeah, like he tapped me, and I felt like I'd been hit by a train. That's all I'm gonna say. And then he brought me back to life because he killed me. I'm not even joking. There's video evidence out there. It exists.
But actually, right now, let's stay right here because we've got something. We got a really, really move. We've got another trailer right now, and this is a brand new first look at something special. Let's run it.
Okay, that's curious.
That's what the people in the city call us. The Thought Bureau describes my duty as roam. Compared to the number of midnight operations, we spend most of our time in other people's brains, listening to what you hear and watching what you see. April 30th, 1976. It's the 4th year since I joined Leviathan's Thought Bureau. It's taken me 8 whole years to finally discover who I am.
Okay, this is looking curious. For sure. It's probably my type of game, to be honest with you. Is it a horror game? Looks so okay. Okay.
What happened to me?
Okay, that's definitely unnerving. Oh, damn! Okay. Karma, the Dark World. Oh, I think this is one of their completely new showcases. That looks good!
That looks absolutely incredible. I'm going to have to get my board out. I'm going to have little ropes going between pictures to try and decipher what's going on. But you're not going to have to wait too much longer to learn more about Karma, the Dark World, as over the next coming months we're going to have new reveals and information coming about the game.
That's exciting. This one looks really good.
From today, Jake, you can wishlist on PC and PS5 right now. Also, if you want a bit more information, you can go to karmadarkworld.com to sign up for more updates as we go on this mysterious journey together.
I wonder when it'll be released.
Speaking of the game, if you're keen to know more, we have a nice video interview from Pollard Studio, all the way from China.
Dope.
Thank you for watching our trailer. I'm Lu Chen. I'm the executive producer.
I'm Yong He. I'm a creative director.
Of course, we know where the best games are made.
The Dark World is a psychological horror game with first-person narrative. We created a society under control of a company called Leviathan. The player is setting as an agent from this company. The daily work
Hi,
is
Lunette.
using
Welcome
a
back.
special helmet to dive into people's brain to search their deep, deep memories, to collect the secret they want to hide, and also to find out what is the truth, what is going on.
That's
So there are
dope.
gonna be two lines. One is reality, and the other one is like more magical, like dreams. It's very special. Polar Studio is based in Shanghai, China. We have 20 developers.
Biscuits,
right
welcome back.
now,
What's up?
and we have 5 to 15
Welcome,
years
welcome.
experience. We are focusing on developing high quality games with awesome art style and gripping narrative.
This game
Our
looks so
passion
good.
is trying to provide players an audience with a unique experience which they never seen this in their life. We are not developing a game to scary the people. I
Why?
would say although Karma is a horror game, but we focus more on the psychological aspect. Because we
No, I do
realize
like that.
sometimes
I don't like the
intense atmosphere
survivals.
will grab more attention, so it will also make them better into the game experience. The story is seems sadness, I would say, on the surface, but we don't want to limit the players too much because we know everyone has their opinions and feelings. We want people to share their and emotions to us.
I think this looks great.
所以在游戏一开始的时候，我们其实是希望可以去建立一个一套宇宙世界观，然后我们通过不同的作品来去传达不同的情感。所以卡玛的话是这个。
Oh, well, I hope your work portion of the day goes by fast.
自我跟拯救他人的一个过程。
Yeah, the gameplay looks
这
sick.
款游戏的话，它其实
I love this.
像这种惨痛的爱情，或者是悲剧式的家庭，当然还有我们都知道这个扭曲的这个社会道德观，所以我们希望可以置身跟玩家在一起去一同体验整个毛骨悚然的这个游戏的旅程。那同时的话，我们也希望说，玩家可以时刻沉浸在这个黑暗的，或者说是非常迷幻的这个整个乌托邦的这个世界。
I do want to play this.
另外的话，其实我们所有人都特别希望说，当玩家完成了这个游戏，结束了这个游戏之后，他可以去思考说，他如何去珍惜当下。他如何去珍惜他身边爱的人，去思考这些事情。
The Thought Bureau.
其实我们在做这款项目的时候，我们有过很多的灵感的参考，比如说来自于电视剧有双分，然后还有我们的相对宇宙，然后
Oh, they're influenced by Bioshock as well.
然后还有
That'll be interesting.
来自于生化奇兵。那我们团队的话，经常会一起大家呢去探索一些很有趣的话题性，比如说
I wonder how big the team is.
如果人们失去了隐私，
Because the game actually looks
控制了整个世界
big, you know?
如果我们去访问别人的记忆，或者是探索他的这个梦境，
Like, holy shit, it looks
就
good.
如果甚至有一款药物，它可以去控制人们的情绪，又会变成什么样子？所有这些独特的、有趣的，但也因为它们有因果的这种紧密的连接，所有的这些呢，就是构建我们的这个灵感的来源。
If you enjoy our games, please put us in your wish list
and
website.
And
Thank you for watching our trailer.
What happened to me?
Like, look at this.
How am I?
It looks good.
Thanks
Yeah,
to
no
Pathos
worries.
Studios for
No
that look
worries.
at Karma the Dark World. Now, back in 2019, all the way back in 2019, Wired partnered with the best Dutch Xbox,
Wow.
it's the Street Waffle, KeokeN Interactive, to bring Deliver Us the Moon to the masses. And wow, it went down a storm. So much so that KeokeN pushed it to new heights and new levels, took it to what was then next
I
gen.
haven't gotten to play it yet.
But one thing was always missing until now. They said it couldn't be done, kind of like going to the moon. Ladies and gentlemen, Deliver Us the Moon is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Don't believe us? See for yourself.
That's awesome.
Space!
I'm always a fan of ports. Games should be everywhere. Like, fuck exclusivity. Everyone should be able to play their games. I don't know, space is oddly terrifying to me. It's like, especially if you're an explorer who goes around like this, it's like, I don't know, like, if you think about it, the fact that you can't even like breathe in it, like that it's just emptiness, that's just, I don't know, it's just very terrifying. Oh, the game looks amazing. And just like warning no oxygen, like that's terrifying. I wonder how the gameplay on Switch would be. That's so cool. Yeah, in space.
Hey guys, Koen and Paul from KeokeN here, and we have something awesome to reveal. We've been listening to the community, and a lot of people have been requesting this. We are gonna be on Nintendo Switch with Deliver Us the Moon. It's actually a very big surprise because the team actually convinced both of us that we were able to do this, and yeah, it's now there. Now Nintendo players can take their whole travels to the moon and enjoy it just like everyone else did. For me, it's a miracle that it's on there. It's crazy to think that we now have a game on Nintendo. We enjoyed making this as well, again, because
well, thank God for the team, right?
With all the passion we always have for these games, and yeah, enjoy the travels to the moon.
Thank you, KeokeN.
That's exciting. Not for me personally, I don't have Switch yet, unfortunately. But holy shit, more people being able to play it, that's dope.
Now, cast your mind back to 2022. We made a small little teasing announcement for a hotel management simulator game called Hotel Architect, and since then we've kept the door shut.
I haven't heard anything about the game for the longest time.
To check in.
What's actually coming out? Oh. So it's basically like a hotel Sims. Like, even the vibes and the graphics and everything, they're very, very familiar to me as a Sims player. I think it looks so cute. Nothing's ever gonna be on Chromebook. Abandon the Chromebook. Get yourself another device.
Well, that looks absolutely amazing. We are now joined by the mighty and wonderful Axel from Pathos Interactive. Hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you.
For the people who are checking in,
he asks me about whether things will run on his Chromebook or not, like 5 times a day. They're not.
Game in which you build up hotels in
I think this is adorable. I'm a huge fan of Sim games. Obviously, I started with Sims, but like all the Tycoon games, like Zoo Tycoon and the not the carousel, what's it called?
Experiment with stuff and guests and ways to make them happy or miserable. If that's
I don't know what it's called.
So basically, it's a very sandboxy approach. And when it comes to
the thing is, Lunet does have a PlayStation, and yet he has this strange loyalty towards his Chromebook and wants all of the games to be able to be played there. Yeah, Train Tycoon, like that's just a Train Tycoon, but
prone to making people happy or going the opposite.
I don't know what it's called. There's a few of the ones that I like.
What sort of person are you?
And I don't have a gaming PC. I'm using a laptop that's on its last legs. So bad.
Making people, at least at some point, miserable, just to see how they react. But yeah, I mean, that probably comes from when I was a kid and played Sims.
I'm actually gonna follow them on Twitter.
The thing about Sims was to make the family miserable.
Yeah. Remove the ladders from the swimming pool.
I love doing that.
Yeah.
Ah, the joy, the joy. What else did you used to play when you were growing up that kind of inspired the direction of Hotel Architect, I guess.
I played a lot of like city builders and management games, strategy overall. But yeah, I guess my favorite game of all time would be Caesar 3. That's a totally awesome game, and actually
The
there
game
are
looks epic.
quite a lot of similarities with the Hotel Architect, like when it comes to economics and
Theme
area
park.
design,
Yes, theme park is the word.
logistical chains,
Word.
stuff like that. So even if it's more like
How
small
have you?
scale and
You said that I'm
modern
unmute,
game, Hotel
unmuted,
Architect, it's
as in
still got some
that you're watching the stream on
similarities
mute.
with the classic like city builders management games.
Amazing. So you've mentioned some of the similarities, but what are some of the things that set this game apart from other games within the genre?
Yes, I would say it's a mix of many different elements that creates our unique simulation and gameplay. But one thing we have in Hotel Architect, which is very rare in Tycoon games, is the building system where all tiles and walls and items you place are built up manually by characters in the game. In other
No
Tycoon
way.
games, especially 3D ones, everything tends to just pop up instantly when you dragged out or placed it in a world. But when we
That's
designed this game,
immersive. Look at
we
that.
thought it would add an extra layer of
That's
depth
cool.
to have all construction stuff simulated as well, as these are things that also may affect your hotel guests. I mean, just imagine if you get your wall smashed in while you lie in bed at night, or if someone comes and installs a new shower while you're sitting on the toilet, you probably won't leave a very positive review when
No.
you're checking out from that hotel. So we really wanted to create an awesome simulation where characters react to basically everything that happens in their surroundings. Yeah, and this of course also makes it even
No,
more
nobody
interesting
ever
to
mentions
play around in our
Chromebook. I don't know why
sandbox
Chromebook is like
create
such a
your own
big
crazy
deal
scenarios
in this community.
how everything plays out.
So speaking of the sandbox mode, what are some of the features of the game that people can play around with in that sandbox mode? What gets you like personally excited?
Yeah, so I mean, I like to build like crazy. You can actually zone different types of areas within one room. So if you want to, you can like place a toilet in the middle of the reception, and then you have like the waste room just adjacent to it, and maybe a dance floor as well. That's obviously not the like perfect way.
It's chaos.
It's chaos, but that's how I like to play it, because this game should also be like fun to fail. You do have like objectives.
Fun to
you need
fail at?
complete some scenarios on different locations.
Now you got me interested.
around
I'm
the
good
world.
at that.
But when you've done so, you have like unlocked the sandbox mode for that location, and you can play around however you want. But of course, as a hotel manager, you're also in charge of all finances. You get to choose every staff member in your hotel, and they all differ in experience and attributes. You get to create your restaurant menu, and overall, you have to like make sure your hotels offer such
Thing is,
services and
Lunet
activities
lately
that
has only been playing Hearthstone, and Lunet
You
can
mentioned
play
that
Hearthstone on a
incredibly well,
Chromebook.
and obviously
But
you
Lunet
can
also
build
wants a deck
locations
tracker,
all around the world.
which is
does
not
the
available
housing
on Chromebook.
Yeah,
And no, I
we
haven't
should
tried the
have,
Battleground Duos because I've never tried Battlegrounds to begin with. Like, I need to learn the mode. Maybe I should do that next time.
Amazing. I love me some good grub.
Because I've never
especially
played.
Backgammon, let's be honest. You
No,
go to the
I've
hotel,
never played
there's something I've
Battlegrounds.
never seen
Yeah.
before on a menu. Like for
Maybe
example,
I
the
should.
timestamps, like, yes,
Like maybe
I'll
on,
have the bit of
I don't know, not on Saturday, not this one,
so
but
for those who have never experienced the Pathos
on Friday.
interactive.
No, actually on Friday I'm
can
not
you tell us
streaming.
about, the studio and the team that work.
I should play Battlegrounds
Yeah,
and like
so
learn how
Pathos
to
Interactive,
play.
We are a Swedish game development studio founded by me and two brothers, Christopher and Alexander Anderson.
What if I get super into
years
it?
ago now. We are now 5 developers in the team, and Pathos is
Maybe it will be
focusing on
fun.
strategy games, but in a quite broad sense. Our previous game was a competitive real-time strategy game called Bannerman, and that was very much a passion project since everyone in the team grew up with classics like StarCraft, Age of Empires, and City Builders. and we wanted to contribute with a fresh game in that genre. But our current project,
No, I only have the one.
Architect, definitely derives from
It is a
this.
show,
As I
so it was
mentioned,
appropriate.
I'm a fan of simulation games and city builders. So yeah, it's like
I haven't even played it. Lunet knows more about Battlegrounds than me.
For a moment there, I thought you was going to say, I myself am a hotelier, and I own much land and many establishments.
What?
We all wish. One final question before we get to the end of this. What was the moment that made the five of you go, yes, Hotel Architect is what we're making? Like, did you all go on like many hotel trips together? Did you all, hack into the mainframe of like the Marriott and look at all their finances and stuff like that? What was the exciting twig that got you all? Yes, for legal reasons.
If you did, don't admit to that.
Sure. No, but actually it was Christopher, as I mentioned. He was on a trip with Jonathan, another developer, and when they were at the hotel, they realized, okay, there are so many things that can like go wrong in a hotel, and there are so many like logistical chains and so many.
Like, I like the way the furniture looks.
Just
did any of them get their walls smashed?
It's very cozy.
I'm not really sure about the walls smashed in, but they experienced a lot of like unpleasant stuff. But anyway, I would say
this is what I really appreciate about these building sims and whatnot.
We looked around a bit.
The fact that there are imperfections. Like, I like the small, like, negative interactions, like when the people themselves have like little quirks, kind of like in, well, it's not the same, but kind of like in the Darkest Dungeon.
Amazing. So finally, what can players expect from Hotel Architect moving forward? What have they got to look forward to?
So, well, they can expect a vibrant and amusing, sometimes chaotic simulation game, but with mechanics that allow you to experiment and play around with different strategies. You will actually start off in Gothenburg, my hometown in Sweden, with the objective to build a hotel suitable for backpackers and foodies. And that's basically how the game is designed.
I think I can turn it up a little bit, sorry.
With some kind of challenge or scenario, and then when you completed that scenario, you unlock a new location and also the sandbox mode for the location you just played. But also, finally, you can expect Hotel Architect to be released later this year as early access, and we are so excited at this point. We're now designing the levels that will be part of the release version, and we are implementing the final major features, and it's so nice to see all things come together so well, and we can't wait to share this.
Wait, how do I pronounce his last
name? We can't wait either.
I can't pronounce that last name.
Let's crack on.
Look at them. Unemotional. Our early access is coming, so that's the.
Can't wait to share more with you as the year goes on. There's already an early access roadmap that you can check out. Remember, you can wishlist the game on PC, and if you're watching this live, then check out the chat and you can join a Discord and stay up to date with all things Hotel Architect.
Now, usually in these things, you come to the adverts where people spend hundreds of thousands of dollars for 10 seconds of fame. However, we're doing things a tiny bit differently this time, Jake. As people may well know, we are big supporters of Safe in Our World, a video game mental health charity, which brings comfort to people who not only play our games, but also make our games as well. So we're going to hand off to our wonderful friends at Safe in Our World to tell you a bit about what they're up to.
Hi, I'm Sarah. Safe in Our World is the global mental health charity for the video games industry and its gamers. The main goal of the charity is to create and foster worldwide mental health awareness within the video games industry and beyond, to eliminate the stigma surrounding mental health, make it a natural topic of conversation, and empower people to reach out for help if they need it. The charity was launched
I like this woman. She has a lot of charisma.
2019 on World Mental Health Day, and has since then grown at a fast rate. As part of the launch, a poignant game called Fractured Minds was released across all platforms globally to support the charity. The game was made by an aspiring developer, Emily Mitchell, who entered a game development competition and subsequently won BAFTA's Young Game Designer Award in 2017.
She looks so young.
The
Holy
game was
shit.
made by herself and focused on her personal journey through different forms of mental health, from anxiety to depression to claustrophobia. Fractured Minds created these feelings in every scene. If you haven't played it already,
God.
I really urge you to.
I
It's a
haven't.
wonderful but emotional journey. Ever since inception, it has always been a goal of the charity to organise an event where aspiring game developers have the opportunity to create games around the topic of mental health. So,
I'm gonna have to check that
I'm
game
excited
out.
to say that today we are announcing the launch of the first ever
Esu,
Safe in
good
Our
evening.
World
How are
Mental
you
Health
doing?
Game Dev Champions event. As we now know, the charity was launched.
I'm watching the Wired
pandemic,
Direct
which I actually
broadcast.
found
I'm one of their
very good
co-streamers
there
for
were
the
many
big
dark
yearly
days
event.
for many of us during that time, and I don't
And
think we'll ever
they
truly
are
know the impact of
presenting
that time.
new
But if there is one
releases and
legacy
DLCs
that
and
COVID has
everything
left,
for a lot of
it's that
indie
perhaps
games.
people are now
Some of them
talking
look
about
so
their mental
good.
health more.
How are you?
So that's the theme of the competition. We want to continue this vital conversation and encourage people to express what they went through and how they felt by making a game that means something to
Fractured Minds. I want to
them.
check
like
that out.
Fractured Minds meant to Emily Mitchell.
I want to see
Registration
that
is
game.
open from today until the end of May, and you can find all the details on our website of how to get involved. So just visit www.safeinourworld.org, and the official start date will be the 1st of June. There will be categories for both solo devs and small teams, and a host of awards and wonderful prizes, including a showcase of all the winning
That's
games.
cool.
So please take part and please share your story.
I want to
Safe
see
in Our
that
World
game.
has already helped hundreds of thousands of people around the world, and with your support, we can help many more. Please help us spread the word and make stigma around mental health a thing of the past.
I like this
just wanna
woman. She
say
has like a
massive
very
thank
warm
you to all the
smile.
partners that has made this event possible, and good luck to everybody.
So thank you to Safe in Our World. And great news for you fans of iridescent blobs out there. Lumo, the Master Moat Chronicles, back in 2022, launched with its meditative mix of puzzly platforming, and it came out on the PlayStation 4. And
I
Xbox,
see, I
Switch.
see. Were you streaming
There's a
today?
whole new slew of consoles out there, and so to make sure that you can enjoy that relaxing mix of lava lamp-esque gameplay on every high-definition console there is, well, there's going to be a free upgrade later this year. On top of that, though, there is a fully playable co-op mode being added as well. So keep an eye out for more information all about that soon.
I wanna check out Fractured Minds. Oh, what is this? Oh, the one is back, and this time they. How have I never seen this game? Why is this so cute? Oh, look at them. Squish, pop, and bounce through a world of puzzles. I have never seen this. Majestical electronic journey. This is so cozy. Look at that. As you save the great depths. This is like a platformer, but not a platformer. Little companion mode and next gen update coming soon. I'm going to have to check that out. That's called Lumote.
Now, Jake, I don't know if you remember, the last time we did a Wide Direct, we were all in lockdown. Everyone was working from home. We're just
That's insane. That was a long time ago.
Trying to find this new way to communicate across borders because we weren't sharing an office anymore. And none of that came into a fascinating spark of insight than Leo being trapped in Italy. Now,
Oh, wow.
he had a very interesting experience while he was over there doing some work on his family's land, shall we say, and it's kind of sparked something a pretty juicy idea.
Like, we're seeing these for the first time, and oh shit! Is it like a farming simulator? The music? Oh, it's a VR game. No shit.
All right, that was your very first look at
Yeah,
Dig
it's
VR.
like in
And
real
to learn a
life,
little bit more about the game. We're
they
joined
would
by
pay
Ben
you.
from Just Have Water and Leo Zulo, the MD from Wired, who got a bit of a bit like Thanos. He
I
got
can't
an
play VR
introduction
games.
before
They
the
make me
trailer,
so
and we
nauseous.
teased the story of how Dig VR came to be, actually. So I think it might be a great idea to hear directly. So Ben, Leo, welcome. We just saw Dig VR, and we heard that it was something to do with a wall, an Italian estate, and lockdown. So Leo, would you like to talk about how this became
COVID games,
such an
man.
origin story?
Yeah, happy to. So basically, February 2020, lockdown hadn't happened yet, but COVID was just rearing its ugly head. We'd just been to PAX in February, and it was obviously the last PAX, but it was probably the best PAX ever. Came back from PAX, was feeling a little bit ropey, had to go to Italy to look after my dad, because I used to go every sort of 2-3 weeks just to keep an eye on him. Got to Italy a couple of days after PAX, came down with a cold, and it was a normal, innocent cold, and I'm like coughing and spluttering, but it's a cold, and all my relatives over there are thinking, you're going to kill us, and I'm like, no, I'm not, it's just a bloody cold. Anyway, a couple of days later, the cold went away, and it wasn't COVID. And I phoned up the office and said, right, I'm coming back to the UK. And they said, no one wants you back.
Oh, God.
What do you mean no one wants me back? I'm the fucking MD. And they're like, no, if everyone comes back, if you come back, they're all going to mutiny. So I was sitting in a countryside farmhouse, and my window to my left was overlooking the Tuscan Hills.
Holy
and I'm
shit.
looking at my screen at the people in the office, and I thought, you know what, fuck this, I'm staying here. So I stayed in Italy for lockdown, and after a couple of weeks, I got a bit bored.
It's a long time.
I kept on looking outside in the garden or in the kind of sort of the fieldy bit, and there was this long wall about 50 metres long, and it was looking a bit sorry for itself. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to borrow my cousin's digger, my cousin's tractor, go up to it and take it down. I mean, what could go wrong? So in a tractor, starting to smash the wall, and obviously it was the wrong tool for the job. So I hired a digger, and obviously, you know, health and safety aside, they dropped off the digger and said, can you use a digger? Yeah, of course I can. And they gave us the keys. So I'm in a digger with the two controllers, and I'm like, you know, up, down, forward, jumping. Fucking hell, this is not working. And I'm smashing this fucking wall. And you know, after quite a few failed attempts, I finally got into the groove of using the two controllers, and then every now and again lost the controls because it's one of those kind of learning things. And I had this kind of eureka moment. I thought, you know what, this is almost exactly like you're in a game and you're on board in and you're learning the controls. And then I thought about it, and I thought the two controls are almost identical to VR, and imagine what this would be like in VR. So I'm like, the idea sort of stuck. So I came back to the UK after many months.
Many months.
Was gone, and mentioned it to my teammates, and they said, yeah, good idea. And then I had a moment when I had a lunch with Joel Benton, wonderful man, who is part of Just Have Water, and I was telling him my story, and he goes, you know what, I've got a team that can make this, and I went, oh really? So he went off to his team, and they said, yeah, no, we can make it, and together we came up with a pitch.
Does anyone here play VR games in any capacity?
Later, you know, we have Dig VR. So those ideas of
I can't.
You know, these games
they make
coming
me
from
so
silly
nauseous.
ideas.
It's unfortunate.
They sometimes do.
And So that's a fantastic story, and you mentioned Just Add Water, and of course,
Right.
we also remember Ben
The story's so
from
good.
Just Add Water. So, Ben, I assume that you're taking some responsibility for this
I'm
game.
taking no responsibility. No, yeah, it was interesting. Obviously, when we first had the meeting with Leo and the rest of his team, and they kind of pitched the grand idea at the top of it's a digging game, and that was kind of the overarching thing.
I would love
And
it
then
if they made like a
we
little
needed to fill in
cartoon
the rest of that gap between
to like
it's a digging
explain
game, you
how
know?
the
So
game
it's like,
came to be,
what can we
because
do
this
with it?
story
And funnily
should be a
enough,
part of the game.
at the time on the call,
You know?
I was sat in my lounge and just looking out the window, and someone opposite was having their driveway dug up at the same time. So they had like a little mini digger, and they had like this little breaker attachment on, which is this like massive piston thing that like hammers the ground. So they were breaking up the driveway, and I was kind of like zoning in and out of talking to these guys and watching this digger. And they were breaking the driveway, and I saw they like detached it, and then they attached a bucket on, and they started doing something else, and they found a root, and they were like, oh no, let's take this bucket off and put this other like saw on, and we'll do the root. And then I was just kind of like, well, why don't we, rather than, because we were going to have loads of different machines and things like this, and I was like, well, why don't we just kind of do what they're doing, right, and have just focus on diggers, but have loads of interchangeable tool heads, right, so we can change out different tool
This
heads,
is
do
brilliant.
tasks, make it very gamey, make it very fun, and it kind of just evolved from there. I think Leo was on board with that idea at the start. If he's not, he is now, but
Yeah, I mean, it was a good collaboration. I mean, the guys took the idea and fleshed it out.
Yeah, I can't try it. It makes
but
me
the core
super
point of the
nauseous,
game
like
is
to the
just
point of
absolutely
vomiting.
true to that
I can't
feeling
play
of
them.
digger. So if you've been in a digger, it perfectly recreates that feeling. If you've never been in a digger, it gives you that feeling to makes you want to actually be in a real digger. So it was kind of that perfect, but also with a massive game component.
I can.
So even though it's a simulation in terms of controls, there's lots of variety to make it simple so that it's actually a game. So it's a sim but game. So it's a really unique hybrid.
I've never found a way.
yeah, I think it's like
I even get
it's
motion sick
sim-like,
in
right? It's sim-light,
like
authentic
games,
controls with, like arcade
without
twist.
motion
So
blur,
there's a lot of
like
things in
games
there,
where
like,
the cursor moves
you
too
use a digger in
fast,
a bowling
where
alley,
there's no
you use it to play
sensitivity
hook and
settings or
you
something
use it
like
on a
that.
ball pit in
But
a
the
big
worst
digger, though,
comes
like a
after
kid's
me
ball pit,
playing,
right?
not
So,
during.
again, we wanted to
But
not
as soon
do
as I
that kind
stop,
of traditional,
like my stomach just
hardcore heavy
kind
sim,
of
'cause it's not,
tangles
that's
itself.
not
I
what
don't know
it is.
how
Again, the
to
platform doesn't really
describe it, and I
kind of
spend the
allow
rest
that
of the
kind
day
of
just not even
uber
being able to
physics,
sit
uber
up.
sim. So we had
Ugh.
to focus on like really enjoyable.
So I'm kind of
gameplay
picky when
whilst
it comes to
keeping
that.
sense of authentic controls and nailing that right, because it's hard to master. Easy to kind of learn the controls, but really hard to master. And then when it clicks, you get in that flow state, right? And you just kind of.
Does anyone
you
know
you
if
just zone
that
out and you dig
washing
the dirt and zone it out.
simulator is
So we wanted to
is
tap
on
into
VR
that.
as
So
well?
we have kind
It's
of
not, is it?
mashed a lot together
Or-
to try and make it appeal to more than just the hardcore, digger or excavator fans. We really wanted to broaden that appeal.
Personally, I'm
I
so
think my
happy
kid
that
would
this
love
happened
this,
because I
to be
remember,
honest with
I
you.
think it wasn't too far coming out of lockdown where you were allowed to go out again. And I met Leo and Jason in Woking to catch up and say hello. And Leo was like, "Do you want to see our new game?" I was like, "Okay." He just shows me videos of him on a digger, and I'm like, "Leo, that's you on a digger?" And it's like, "No, this is our new game." I was like, "Okay." So I'm so happy that this chat is happening and that it exists and that you found a way to.
This guy
make it
has like
such a-
10 out of 10 charisma.
You've managed to gain
The top right one.
in such a fun, cool way.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good. I mean, it was, sometimes.
Yeah, the Power Wash Simulator, yeah, from Square. I didn't know it was in VR, but it makes
And I'm
sense. It's
kinda
like a
glad
game
it
that
has
looks
that
like
because
it would
it's kinda great.
fit very well
For
there.
something real, and the games come from it, so the connection between the two, I think, is what's going to push it forward. It really does feel like you're in a digger, and if you've ever been on a digger, it's a big boys toy.
I've ridden
but it just
like I've driven a tractor.
I do wanna, I mean,
I have never
there are
been
some-
in an actual digger
Meta-
or an excavator.
Yeah, I've got to thank the Meta
But
team.
I was also, like,
100% got into the idea.
7.
Spoke to their team and they were like, "Yeah, I've been on a digger. I know what it's like. My boy's been on a digger. I know what it's like. I really like this idea." I mean, Joel, he completely got the idea. The Just Add Water team completely got it. So this has been a true collaboration where everyone's just thrown in, all their sort of passion and all their You know, it's a game. It's a game. Obviously, it's a game. It's a bit of simulation, but there's a lot of feeling, a lot of emotion, and it's very, very, very personal. So for me personally, it's you know, I've still got some of my dad's sort of voice in the back when I'm mashing up this wall, saying, "What the fuck are you doing, boy?" You know what I mean? I've got, you know, bless him. You know, he's not here at the moment anymore. So this is kind of to him and to everyone that's had those sort of moments. So yeah, we've got to make people proud of this one. Well, I mean, as of
That's kind of endearing, right?
Probably 3, 2, 1. Now, the meta page is live if we've timed it really well. So if you type in Dig VR on the Meta Store or the Meta Page website, you should be able to go to
Meta Store. What is that? Facebook?
Pre-orders not there yet.
How does that? What's Meta Store?
Dig VR game.
Is that where you find VR games in general, or I don't know this?
We will be doing some crazy shit with real diggers to promote this. So stay tuned. Watch this space. Wish this.
Is this Ice Age? What is this? Is this the squirrel from Ice Age? Wait, what game is this? Oh god. Yeah, I would not be able to play it, unfortunately.
A little bit different. Now, as most of you might know,
I was like, what is this?
KeokeN Chronicles released on March 26th to much critical acclaim, made by solo developer Tomas Sala. What a legend. What magnificent hair. What magnificent style and fashion. He's great. But has Thomas been taking any time off since launch? The answer is no.
Trade, tribute, and splinter update. Wait. Oh, the bulwark. Oh, yeah, another one
Remnants, I presume. The orthodoxy holds
that I've been keeping an eye on. Yeah, Bulwark is their game.
The panelists on this day, and they have deemed you unworthy.
I haven't gotten to play it yet, but apparently it's fantastic.
Oberon.
Dinosaurs.
Resources and
oh, you met him?
This is a great day.
I have no idea. I don't know these people. Unfortunately, I have not ever been able to.
That's right. New DLC is on the way for Bulwark: The Falconeer Chronicles. Make
Which
you
one are we
pick up
talking
Bulwark
about?
to get yourself up to date with the base game, and keep an eye on Thomas's development progress on Twitter or X or whatever it's called now. Right, in just a few days' time on
No one's
Thursday,
accepting
we're taking,
X.
gamers to the launch.
Still sounds like
for
that.
the reason that you might first think.
Not a very
Arcade
safe
Paradise
website.
VR launches
Which
on Meta
technically
Quest
it isn't,
this week,
but-
and we thought, why keep you waiting just a few days for the launch trailer? And not just that, there's a QR code on screen right now, and if you're watching it live, good news, because the first 1,000 people to check it out will get the free copy of the Arcade Paradise soundtrack. What's the price of it? Priceless. That's what it is. It's priceless.
Yeah, go do
It'll be
it.
yours.
Is that
Got
a
it?
what is
Got
this?
it. And with that, let's
That's
take a
not
look a
Spotify,
couple
is
of
it?
days early at this trailer for Arcade Paradise in VR.
Like, they're really strong when it comes to VR.
Welcome to Arcade Paradise. So, you know, some classic arcade sim management simulating.
My kid would go nuts for this. He would love this.
Nice! Gotta go fast. Yeah. Go.
Is that gum?
Ew.
He is. He never misses. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's definitely a stain. I've been there, buddy. Oh, now we're talking.
Oh, God.
Arcades. That was amazing. This guy really enjoyed that a little too much. Whoa!
Let's do it.
Whoa!
What is this game?
This is insanely cool. It's getting better and better.
Oh my god, I'm amazing at this game.
It's what we do in these streets when you gotta pick up the cash.
All of the arcade games are great.
This is so good. Oh, where's my car?
This is the coolest.
This is so
release I've played
80s.
so
This
far
is perfect.
Oh, wait, what? How cool is this? You're seeing my new office, which is...
Oh, you can put it in your
This
own...
is mental! I just got an arcade
Oh.
machine in my room. Well, dope. I guess I can just...
And how
play
cool
games
is
here.
this? Oh, that's 2 days from now. Like, that looks so fun. I wish I wasn't so motion sick. So what would the jukebox expansion be? Like karaoke or something?
You ain't the king of Jack. Babylon brain stuck on the track. Right on the course, revealing all that you lack. Here's a fact. Rip through the illusion you might find that clue inside.
Okay. That's smart though. Oh yeah, there's a Wired
So the
sale
Wired
right
Steam
now.
sale is going to be featuring some of the latest and greatest games from Wired, as well as some of the classics from the attic you might not have checked out the first time round. Hey, but listen,
They have some
we
really
tried to
great
keep
games.
this
Just check it
full of
out.
content as we could, but what's a presentation if you're watching it without one more thing?
What? What am I looking at?
So there you have it. That was Wired Direct 2024. Did we deliver? Tons of gameplay, loads of interviews, stuff, premieres, and that's not it. Me and Aaron are going to go and have a well-deserved cup of tea now, and as we disappear, you can watch some pure, unadulterated gameplay of all the games mentioned, well, all the games we're allowed to show at least, at the Wired Direct right after this. And if you're watching this live, stick around in the sidebar, you'll be able to see all the information about all of the games that are featured today, as well as lots more. Like we mentioned, there's a Steam sale right now if you want to get yourself familiar with some of the previous titles. And for everything upcoming, make sure to wishlist. As we mentioned, all of the links are right there. Just wishlist, check out the games there. You can pre-order some places, you can wishlist it. Some you can buy in just a few days, like Arcade Paradise VR. I hope you had a really nice time. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a really wonderful rest of the week. Bye-bye.
Honestly, some of these updates are so good. There are some trailers that I want to check out. Let me go and search for them. This is what I want to see. First of all, Fractured Minds. Fractured Minds is one of the games that they mentioned. Fractured Minds gameplay. Let's say trailer. Oh, shoot. Okay, Fractured. Well, it's not a body cam. Oh, it's this one. Fractured Mind launch video. How long is this one? Okay, this is the one that I wanna check out. And just a little disclaimer, I guess. They did say that this might proc feelings of, I don't know, anxiety, depression, and claustrophobia. So if you're sensitive to any of this stuff, I don't know if this is for you. But I do want to check it out. What is this? That's not what I wanted. I wanted to see this. Okay, this is the launch video. I've never seen this game,
appeals to
so
me about video games is I think that you can just escape into another world and you can just kind of forget about everything else. I suffer from quite severe anxiety, so I wanted to make a game that actually means something and something that people can relate to. For me, the game is about anxiety, but for another person it could be about depression or whichever mental health issue. Having the game come out on console and
Yeah, she's so young.
everything, just really excited to have people actually play my game.
Or young looking. I don't know how old she
I
is.
think that the Safe in Our World campaign is a really amazing idea because it's just building this support network around the gaming community, especially as a lot of young people play games. And because a lot of young people suffer from mental health issues, it'll be really nice for them to just know that they're not alone and there's a lot of help available for them. There's a
15
lot
to
of
18
stigma
years, holy
around
shit.
mental health. It's basically an invisible illness from the outside. So Fractured Minds is trying to allow people to experience what it's like, so maybe they can try and understand more, empathize more.
I don't know how you feel when you do suffer from these things and you play the game. That's what would make me a little nervous, but like that would be one of the games that I'm actually interested in trying out. There are these alternative games that I play from time to time, kind of like the way I'll do for my Streamversary, which is on Saturday. I sometimes pick games like out of the blue to play. Hi, Jessie, welcome back. What's up? How are you doing? What are you sorry about? Welcome, welcome back. So this game will be added to the list of these like short games that I play. Sometimes I finish them on stream, sometimes I don't, and sometimes I schedule another stream to basically complete them. And this Saturday, I actually want to start playing Doki Doki's Literature Club, which is supposed to be like a horror game, and a little bit of a psychological horror graphics novel. So I'm excited for that. Another one that they mentioned is Lumot, which is another indie game that I have never seen before, and I am very saddened by that. But check this game out. Sorry if that's a little loud. Ah? They're adorable. It's like a puzzle platformer ish. Like I don't know if it actually counts as a platformer. It looks like it. But these two games are what I'm particularly interested in from the reveal, and this one is getting a free update, so if you already have it, there's new content. But yeah, I'm actually very tempted when it comes to this one. Look at it. Right. So what we've seen during the actual playthrough is the free update trailer, I believe. But if I am to play it, I am going to have to I'm gonna have to start from the beginning because I haven't played it yet, and it just looks so good. When it comes to the actual, I guess, updates for Wired, that is pretty much it. I did say that today I'm going to stream for a little bit, I guess, a little bit of a shorter time, as I do have some projects that I am working on. But I do have some fellow Wired content creators that are still streaming, and that they might continue. I think TS Villa actually, since TS Villa is is also streaming the Wired stream. We're gonna give him a raid, and I will be back tomorrow with actually with Final Fantasy 14, because Final Fantasy 14 tomorrow has a new event that I'm gonna be checking out. This is normally when I do play FF14, since it's Tuesday, but we moved it for tomorrow. So I will have a little bit of a longer stream tomorrow instead. But for tonight, that's going to be it. I do hope you have a good time and a wonderful rest of your day. Make sure to please go and say hi to TS Villa and join the fun there as well. And I hope you had a pleasant evening here too. Thanks so much for being here. Have a lovely day, and do check out the Wired Steam sale, which is ongoing right now. And thank you, Wired, for having me as a co-streamer for the Wired Direct. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.